Do you ever just like have social anxiety? Well, I do. Because I kind of just like imagine you guys being like, ha, look at this loser. This guy's struggling to talk, can't even make out words. I don't even want to watch this guy. And it's just like me struggling to sit here and try to record this for you guys. But like, here's what social anxiety is like. The actual description of it, and kind of my story on how I got it. Social anxiety is weird to have. When you're a kid, you don't really realize how odd you can be or how out of place you are. It's not until like about your mid-years that you're like, oh boy, yeah, I'm really weird. And that's when it starts becoming apparent and everyone starts making it obvious. Because, oh boy, will people make it obvious that you're weird. And it kind of sucks when people start like making fun of you for it and stuff. Especially when it's just for liking certain hobbies or something that others don't like, or liking music that others don't like. Because you can simply go about your day enjoying like rock and stuff, and then people like hate on you because you don't like country music. Like, it's weird. Social anxiety really only becomes a problem in your middle years of schooling, because that's when people start developing their own unique interests, and when people start following social media. And that's when you slowly realize that if you don't like social media, you don't copy everything from social media, that you're very different, and that people are not gonna like you. I mean, you really find this out because people are like, hey, look at this loser, and you're just like, bruh, come on, please, leave me alone. And they're like, hey, you don't like Kendrick Lamar? Loser. Guys, get a load of this guy. And like, you genuinely start getting bullied because you don't like Kendrick Lamar. It's a common problem, and that's when you get to the point where you just stop talking to people because there's no joy in talking to them anymore. And it gets to the point where even if you want to go say like hi to someone and you want to go say hello and try to make friends, you can't because you're just afraid of that same rejection that happened to you. And when people called you loser for like a couple years, I would know because that kind of happened to me. People did call me annoying often, but we're not here to talk about myself. We're just here to just talk about how problematic it is. Social anxiety is actually a real problem that people just sometimes don't acknowledge. And usually social anxiety isn't a problem. It's pretty easy. You don't have to talk to people. You purposefully stay away from people. It's not that hard. Until you get like picked for like a position where they want you to go hold a meeting or something for the business, and it's like, oh, are you sure you want me? And they're like, yep, we want you. You're such a good worker, you know. We trust that you'll do a great job. And you're sitting up here like, please, please not me. And they're over here like, here's the paperwork. Good luck. And it's just like, why? Why me? And that's when it starts to become really hard to actually talk to people. When you're in like really high tense situations and you have to communicate ideas and they're like, oh, it's like a corporate board. They're just like dead silent. And you're just kind of like, ooh, boy, thanks. They're all giving you like the blank stare as you're trying to like talk and tell them about like statistics and stuff. It can honestly be really weird sometimes too, because you'll be staring at them and you'll also like want to laugh at them because they're just staring so blankly, but you can't say anything to them because they're staring, and it'd be really rude obviously. But you're sitting there, you're stuttering just like I stuttered now, and you're just like, please, please don't make me talk any more than I have to, because you're already struggling as it is to communicate to them. So you're going by, and you're going through this meeting or your presentation, and they're like, they start asking you questions on the spot, that you weren't even ready to talk about. And that's when it gets really hard, when you have to start talking on the spot, even though you're not really prepared for it. Like, if you asked me to go hold a presentation and gave me 2 minutes of prep time, I would genuinely panic because I wouldn't know what to do. Social anxiety just creates such problems like that, and I really think that people should pay more attention to it. If you ask me, I think we should stop giving social media at such young ages, because it kind of teaches kids that what a certain normal and what isn't normal, which is really how I developed my social anxiety, because I was always told that I wasn't normal because I didn't like famous artists, or I didn't listen to the new pop song, or I didn't like Korean K-pop artists. So this is just kind of a reminder to be you. Don't let people tell you how you should live your life. You should really just be who you are and trust that you are a good person. At least be a good person. I think everyone has the will to be a good person at the minimum, but at the very least, you shouldn't be making fun of people because they have different interests than you. It's honestly such a terrible thing to do, and you're just kind of being a rat doing that. Why would you make fun of someone because they like something that's different from you if we're all meant to be different in some way? We're not all going to be the same. And I think that's kind of what people don't realize and don't talk about, is that we're not all meant to be the same. Even though it's portrayed on social media that we're all meant to be the same, we by a far and long shot are not. Just look at social media in all sorts of different types of countries. It's also different because we're all different. And I think people really need to recognize that more. And really, that would stop a lot of social anxiety amongst people. And it would really stop it from developing because people wouldn't be afraid to talk about their interests and people wouldn't get bullied for it. But that's just my personal opinion. Do you probably still think I'm just some corny person? Yeah. Am I just gonna have to accept that? Yeah. But you know what? I hope you guys at least stick around to listen to my corny rants and who I am. Because unlike other content creators, I do try to keep it real with you, and instead of like reading off a script, as much as it gives me anxiety, I try to kind of free talk about and just talk how I truly feel on these topics instead of saying what feels right or what arguably should or shouldn't be right. So you know what? Thanks for listening, guys, and I hope to see you guys around. See ya!